Wow, Luke Wright. Everybody is on an epic trip.
Who is the one and only winner of the Gemini Croquet Contest?
But on this occasion, there's not 2 wheels. It's actually 4. Whoa. Yes, motovloggers can love 4 wheels too, you know. We can still be petrol heads, you know. It doesn't have to be 2 wheels all the time.
You're goddamn right.
Because we have a very epic and brilliant motovlog for you coming up on the channel on Luke Wright. Let's get in the BMW Junior Supercar, get driving, and you'll get closer to figure out what this whole journey is about. We're on the intro. Woo!
It's showtime.
Everyone at Luke Wright. Luke Wright is back! Woo! Luke Wright is back quite often in his BMW Junior Supercar. But Luke Wright is back in the epic BMW 335i with a massive 6-cylinder 3-litre twin turbocharged engine that has so much torque and power it looks like throw your coffee around in the cup holder if you dare deploy all that power and all that torque.
Holy shit!
So that's fun, and Luke Wright has a really special surprise for you, everybody, because we're actually driving along the depths of Britain. We're not actually going to take the motorway per se, because the motorway is actually a longer route, and that doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to get the best route. Because of the time, you see, here at Luke Wright, we've got to think about how much time we have, and by the time we get to the actual hotel, the things we need to think about, you know, the things like checking in, finding the room, making sure the key to the room is correct and works.
He's right. Do you know that?
Making sure Luke Wright's got all of his gear, actually settling down after what's about to be an absolute behemoth drive here at Luke Wright. This is going to be an absolute killer, because it's not just motorway now, where yes, you're doing a lot of miles, but really the motorway is pretty straight, it's pretty easy going, you know, just kind of use your experience to deal with all the shit on the road and the traffic and the crap, the rain, all the stupid drivers. But what we're taking here is an artery of Britain which actually runs underneath the motorway. So think of this as like a secondary motorway. So this actual road drives all the way from the southwest all the way to the very heart of our country of Britain, the very heart of our nation, London.
Get back from the Queen's Guard!
Holy shit!
And this road will actually take us all the way there. But what it's doing is it's actually taking us through the breadths of Britain. So we are about to drive through all sorts, about to drive through several counties or provinces, as you want to call it in Thailand. But we're about to do, you know, the thing is on this route now, what we've got to deal with is lots of twists. We've got corners, we've got cambers, we've got signs, we've got junctions, we've got sharp roads, long roads. I mean, we're about to have a lot of okay, dude, well, you took your time, and what you just did was try to close me off, but Luke Wright's in a massive straight 6 BMW, so you can't actually do that with a massive straight 6 BMW because you are outgunned and out-talked, especially being BMW with dynamic valve drive and Valvetronic and all that sort of amazing technology hard built into the engine. So yeah, but we're also about to meet hills, but also this is where there are certain restrictions. So things like there isn't a consistent 70 miles an hour limit. Now we're about to go into 40, 50 mile an hour limits across our country, and all the twists. Actually, this route, this journey we're about to take is going to actually take up a lot more energy in order to do it.
Here we go.
But it's going to be an adventure. That's the whole point. It's an adventure. Luke Wright can't wait. He's going to be so happy when he can take his amazing Mia's amazing Peleacon-chan, his goddess, his little girl. We get to a point in our lives where we can actually go on adventures like this as a family, you know, and then, you know, have a lot of fun, have sex at the hotel, look after a little girl, and, you know, just be one together, as it should be, as true love should be. But fancy Luke Wright's finding true love, finding love like this, real love, halfway across the world. Oh, Luke Wright, you've done well, haven't you? That's completely different from a completely alien country. So that's pretty cool. But it's all about working towards those things. And, we will get there here at Luke Wright. Luke Wright's actual logging is going to turn from stuff like this to motorcycles, superbikes, cars, and then what will happen is it will actually turn into excuse me, turn into adventures into Thailand. And Luke Wright's time there, because at that point he's going to need something like this. He's going to need a head cam. He's going to need probably a GoPro on a little gimbal with microphones. Probably going to need that to build our motovlogs in Thailand. So there's that, and what an amazing adventure! You know, the BMW 335i Junior Supercar is just going to be an epic tour for this sort of distance, this sort of drive, where we're about to go. So Luke Wright has a really big surprise for you all, because I hope Luke Wright really hopes you really enjoyed that little moto vlog of seeing the British SuperBikes Race 10 at Donington Park, which is actually among the last races of this year. So what we're going to do is cover some more distance, and Luke Wright is actually making his way, making the journey. Oh yeah, making the journey to, you can't, none of you are going to be expecting it. Luke Wright is on his way to race 11 of Brands Hatch, the last race of British SuperBikes. Fucking get in! Woo! Let's hear some bang, bang, bangs! Hear the sound of among the most beautiful, most sexy, most sensual, most stunning noise in the world, made by a combustion engine and made by torque and power. Oh yeah, baby! So we've got a lot of miles to do, so what we'll do is we're just going to conserve battery here, and we'll pick it up as we make more progress here at Luke Wright's, and what an adventure this is going to be. One epic motovlog. Woo! Hello everyone, Luke Wright. Luke Wright is back. We've now gone off a dual carriageway here in Britain, and that's continuing the journey for Luke Wright all the way to the Brands Hatch, to the hotel Luke Wright will be staying at before the British British SuperBikes.
British SuperBikes.
No, actual British SuperBikes. At the moment, this massive straight six twin turbo is being held back by this puny little Volkswagen that's just in our way. This BMW is literally idling at the moment.
You bastard!
Just oh my god, Luke Wright has changed down to third gear. Fucking hell. God. All to get around this stupid driver. But Luke Wright as well has been quite an adventure so far. I've had some really nice twisties. The BMW Junior Supercar just darted into them, just attacked, just dived into the corners and just slingshotted herself out. And you're actually gaining on traffic really quickly because you can carry more speed. And in some parts of the corners, you can just increase. You can actually go faster while you're in mid-corner, whereas the other cars don't do that. Unless you just know these roads incredibly well and you just know exactly what speed to hit every apex and every corner and every straight. And that is an advantage over even a supercar. By the moment, we're on a steady, slow 36 miles an hour. And at the moment, the BMW is doing fantastic. We're actually stuck behind a truck lorry, and we're stuck behind a tractor that looks like it's actually carrying hay. So that's quite interesting. So we've got some beautiful corners coming up. We'll try and get some more vlogging in as well. I want to conserve some of the vlogging for all the British SuperBikes. And so far, so good. It's been epic adventure. Oh, you just want to. Oh, fuck. Okay, now, guys, you're in a truck. That's a tractor and you're in a truck. You do not even have you need half a fucking mile to even attempt an overtake. Oh my god. There's just some real corners where if you were in an M3 supercar, an M8 or an M6, you would just overtake, and this BMW just wants to overtake. But it's assessing the risks of the speed limit and is it worth it.
He's right. Do you know that?
You do it knowing that it's safe, and you know you've got the gap then to fall into. Don't ever attempt an overtake unless you are sure, because if you are even 1 second wrong, that's the difference between causing an accident and coming out safe. We've got these beautiful bends, even in this corner, sweeping off to the left in this beautiful BMW Junior Supercar. Oh, please get out of our way! Oh, these beautiful country roads where you've just got all these beautiful twisties. Oh, you just want to drive them. You want to ride them on a superbike. They're so nice. But great stuff. So we continue this journey on. We actually need to stop at the service station halfway. We'll use that as a stopping point and continue this epic drive in a BMW Junior.
Nice.
Supercar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful corner, everyone. Look at the way it comes around. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Oh yeah, oh no. Oh, you bastard! This is such a beautiful corner. The BMW wants to drift. She wants to accelerate out of the corner. Oh, straight 6 twin turbos, 2 massive turbochargers feeding those 6 cylinders of all the fuel explosives they want. Yeah. Damn it, that would have been a good corner for YouTube. Oh, you guys would have loved it. But no, stealed away, taken away by a fucking truck. Let's continue the journey here at Luke Rides. Luke Rides is back. We're now entering a lot of the countryside that runs along a county called Somerset. Somerset is a large county. A lot of farming in this sort of area. And what we're doing is we're crossing the province, or crossing the county, is what we would call an area like this in our country. We'd call it a county, not a province. And now we're just crossing through the roads, keeping an eye out for traffic. Now we don't have a central reservation. We need to drop the speed down to about 60 miles an hour, because that's roughly what you should be doing if there is no central reservation. And so far we're making progress. We're getting closer to Basingstoke and Handover, and then once we get to Basingstoke and Handover, it's literally at that point we really are going to start seeing some motorway miles. And yeah, what a journey. We've actually crossed a lot of beautiful corners, some really nice twisties like this one here, but we've also got to keep an eye out for the local speed cameras, because they are little bastards. They will hide anywhere and they will just come at you with no warning. And it's kind of weird because as well is that you're driving in the dark, so you've got the headlights, and you know, not an easy drive at all. It's all good though. Feeling pretty tired about the whole thing. It's like, but so far some epic driving from the junior BMW Supercar, the 335i. We've got to keep an eye out for potentially speed cameras, because they can pop up bloody anywhere at the moment. They're little buggers they are. Dual carriageway ahead and technically 1 mile, which means we can increase our speed to 60 miles an hour. A lot of these speed limits that we seem to go through, it's always funny how the speed limits from how that was all cars could cope with back then. They could cope with 50 miles an hour and that's fucking it. After that, unless you're in a high performance old car, you'd be feeling the steering wobble and the suspension, and it would be just a bloody awful experience. But our modern junior supercars, it is just effortless and epic just to drive. Okay, we've got set speed cameras coming up, great. So we'll revisit this, the M5, and so far making wonderful progress, of course, in the dark. In the dark, Kusunela, in the darkies of the darkies. We're in the darkies at the moment, darkies. But let's keep making progress and drive safe. Brilliant. Luke Wright is back. Woo! Luke Wright is back. Oh, everyone here at Luke Wright. The first thing Luke Wright is going to say is, what a fracking journey. We have covered over 140 miles of country, corners, speed cameras, speed zones, traffic, night driving. So we've actually been through the ringer here at Luke Wright, and we've just actually come out of Fleet Services, which is a major service station along the... Whoa. Okay. Right, we've got a actual 50 limit. Alright, we're entering a variable speed zone now. Fuck.
You are really fucked now! Hey!
We're actually entering a variable speed zone, which is 50 miles an hour. So at the moment, we are now crossing onto, we just passed through Fleet Services, which is a major service station, absolutely major. It is, what it does do is a lot of forcing the road. Right, okay, so when your people are ready, really would appreciate it if you would just allow me to be within the right hand lane without squeezing me in too much, which would be appreciated. Thank you.
Nice.
Because this is nice. He's getting
nice.
Right. Oh god, that's gone down to a fucking 40. Seriously. It's saying XXX and then 40. So we're in a variable speed limit now of control, which is where, yeah, you've really got to be on it with the average speed cameras so they don't get you. Luckily, because we are driving a junior supercar and quite a fairly modern BMW, it's got a lot of electronics that were quite ahead of her time. So we've got variable speed control, we've got speed limiter, which is very handy. So we've got a lot of different systems that we can actually use on the BMW, and it makes for, what it does make is for not only a junior supercar, what it makes is for a grand touring junior supercar. So you could actually go from one part of one country and drive the breadth of another, and do it in comfort and style and feel very comfortable at the end, and don't feel like you've lost a ton of energy that you would have lost if you were driving a lesser car, a smaller car, less robust, less strength, you know, little things like that. You would actually feel the pinch. But on a junior supercar grand tour like this, you don't. You can literally, if you wanted to, take the stops that you need to and drive all the way to Scotland, and you'd be happy, you know. But you wouldn't be happy so much in a smaller car, because everything takes more energy.
You're goddamn right.
And that's because a smaller car just doesn't take the vibrations, doesn't absorb the vibrations, doesn't absorb the road as well as a more premium, sturdier, powerful car. And the fact that the engine just sits there at 5th gear, happily ticking along, and you don't even need to rev out, you're just idling all the time, which is a beautiful thing. So you use very little effort just to cruise at a high speed, which is the joys of big engines. So we're going to fight through these motorway works. We're going to fight through the variable speed limit, and then we're going to finish up at the hotel. And honestly, at Luke Wright, what a journey it has been. Long, but we'll continue this later on. Super, we're doing good here at Luke Wright. Yeah. What a drive, everybody at Luke Rides. We have 21 miles, or could also be known as over 27 miles of average speed cameras. You can't go any faster than 70 miles an hour, and yeah, and the road surface is so noisy. The Luke Rides is not actually, this Luke Rides could honestly say this is the noisiest motorway he's not only ever driven 4 wheels on, but he's ever ridden on.
That is one big pile of shit.
It's so fucking noisy. Whether the material or surface that they've used here just feels cheap. It feels cheap and basic, and it just feels really cheap. It feels fucking terrible. It feels crap. Because the road noise is just outrageous. It's bloody bad. So we're still 20 miles away from our destination, so still got a lot of driving to do. And keeping an eye on the average speed zones and what the cameras say. So we'll wrap up now at the hotel and moan more about this horrible fucking road surface that is the capital's motorway, where they have the most money. Beyond belief. Alright, let's keep driving and keep riding. Wait. Well, Luke Rice hopes that you've enjoyed that episode, because oh yeah, the traffic was a fracking joke, everybody. The traffic was terrible.
God damn it.
We had all sorts of cars bunching up, absolute rain showers, bad driving. Luke Rice is seeing so much bad driving on the roads at the moment. It's actually worse than it feels like last year. But the main thing is Luke Rice made it. You know, he made it. He survived. And he got to his destination, which the next motovlog is then going to be what this whole thing was about, and why we driven over 300 miles here at the Luke Rides to go and go and see what's going to be absolutely epic banging racing. And it's actually the last racing for the series, so for 2021. So Luke Rides hopes you enjoy this little trip in a BMW Junior Supercar, and enjoy the drive. And we will see you on the next episode of the channel, which is now the actual racing, what the journey was all about. Let's get going. Let's get that racing on the YouTube, and let's get going.
The way we...
The little rascal has fluid. As was it?
This is the end of the trail for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, kid.
Stopped by a stop there, that's just explosions coming out of the BMW.
We are sexy. We are sexy, yeah.